Hello, just paired the breeders in Massachusetts. I'm going to go over what I did, give a few tips for breeding season. I think you'll enjoy. As you can see, this loft is fairly large. It's 3 sections. This year we decided to try the anti-coxy floor dressing. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be good and won't be so dusty. We'll give it a shot. This year I didn't run the lights. The problem where I couldn't run the lights, especially with the hens before breeding, was my brother's race team was mixed with the breeding hens. So to put on the lights, I would have started the the racing hens into a, they would want to mate and possibly stimulate the molt. It wasn't worth it. So the lights came on today. Not the greatest thing to do before breeding season. It's better to run the lights 24 hours a day for 2 weeks before pairing. But with me living in Florida and my brother living in Massachusetts, I can only do what I can do. As you can see, I'll show you out here, we got hit with a blizzard yesterday. I'm not sure if you can see all the snow, about 2 feet of snow. Absolutely no fun. So we just spent some time digging that out. The birds are a little nervous right now, mainly because the hens just came in and they're just starting to get together. They've only been in the loft for about 10 minutes. As you can see, there's 3 sections. There's 9 nests on this side. These are big nests. And another little flight pen there. Plus, there's a whole section of small nests in the middle. And they're not too big, but there's only 22 pair of pigeons in this large loft. I think the loft is 34 foot. The first section I use for storage, and then there's 3 sections here. As you can see, it's cold. The lights are on. The lights will run 24 hours a day, all the way until about April. We want the birds to be able to feed the babies anytime they like. The birds will have, as usual, plenty of minerals and grits in front of them at all time. My brother has the cups with all the different varieties, from the black minerals to the pink natural vitaminerals. He loves the rabbit pellets, which is really great for breeding. Kind of stimulates springtime for the birds, helps increase fertility. I'll switch out the feed. Right now they're on corn and chicken pellets, but I'll switch that out as soon as the babies hatch to like a Vercellaga Champion mix or similar. I will continue to keep a feeder of chicken pellets also as a supplement. They don't eat many of the chicken lay pellets. This is just a protein and mineral supplement. It's a 16% chicken lay pellet that the breeders will also get all year long. They probably eat 95% grain and 5% chicken pellets. We make these little homemade feeders here. One of my videos I showed how we make the feeders. Some of the stars, that cock was an unbelievable racing machine at the long distance, and now he's a terrific breeder. We've got up there brother to my 2020 Hoosier winner. He scored in a 1 loft race also up in the top left. And the 2020 Hoosier winner, there were 2 birds on a drop 8 minutes out in front. And my bird went in first, which is very exciting. This hen here, this mealy hen, has been unbelievable breeding hen, Stephan Reed hen. Scores all over the country from her. Amazing. She's made it to a half brother to the freak. She's actually a half sister to the freak, but they're not related. They're half brother, half sister to the freak, but mother and father are not related. This pair here bred the great 321, the superstar long distance racer. The cock on the left was a multiple 1 loft winner. Incredible racing pigeon. The hen is a Durasa blonde hen. Her sister won the Big Andy 1 loft race. Just amazing bloodlines, a lot of winners from these pigeons. But that pair has been very, very special. There is the Great Racer 321. You may have seen her in some of my previous videos. She was a breakaway long distance winner, winning against the wind on 2 long distance races. She won by like 20 minutes and 15 minutes. She was out in front and flying against the wind. We were in the north. The wind was from the north. Tough days, and she was able to win when she shouldn't have, which is very exciting when pigeons can do that have those kind of performances. Is one of my better Casbourg cocks there, the dark checker on the right. It's kind of fun seeing them settle in. This cock on the left, he won the AU convention in Tampa back in, I think it was 2021. And he's DeRossabon Gearings. The hen on the right is out of a son of the great 1263 and Ad Shelikin's based hen. She was my brother's best flying young bird the season before last. She won a Boston Concours. Really amazing, amazing racing hen. Pretty exciting what she did. Oh, he didn't want to stay. That was the white Wooters cock. Earrings crossed in the Wooters pigeons that had amazing success. So we brought in some of the Wooters birds. That's a grandchild of Denad, that white cock. There's the 321 cock. There's her siren, the 321 super racer hen. There's her mother and father right there. But they're just coming in. They're just getting in the loft. They seem to be settling in well. The health is incredible. It's really amazing. Didn't do anything. As you know, with me, I did worm the birds, and there's actually wormer in the water right now. I put the wormer in yesterday. And this year, because of the number of times the birds have been vaccinated in their lives, I didn't vaccinate. It's a little difficult getting vaccines in the USA this year, so I'm going to concentrate on using the vaccines I have for the youngsters. These birds have all been vaccinated multiple times in their life, so I'm not so worried about not vaccinated today. None of them have ever been medicated in their life. Some of them are pretty getting older, but they've gone their whole life antibiotic free, which I'm a huge advocate of keeping your birds on natural health. There's a superstar breeding Casbourg cock behind a lot of good birds. He's an import. Very, very successful pigeon. But I'm having a lot of fun. It's always exciting. There's the great Mealy hen, the best #1 breeding Van Reet hen. There's another dark hen in here, Van Reet hen, if I can find her. She bred my best racers down in Mexico last season. There's the white Wooters cock. He's a really good breeder. He's a double inbred grandson to Den Ad, the famous Wooters pigeon that's behind, many, many superstars. But it's cold. It's about 1 degree Fahrenheit. The loft is very cold. But the birds will be fine. The lights will stimulate spring. The lights will stay on right until April. Vitamins and minerals, mostly minerals. That's the most important part. Got to keep some really good minerals in front of the birds at all times if you're going to raise super babies. And the grain, something 14 to 16% is usually good. I would supplement with some chicken pellets, free will, and you really won't go wrong. Your birds will be great. This is January 26th, 2026 in Massachusetts. I live in Florida. My birds are breeding in Florida. And like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope I'd offer some insight. To finish up with that cock, he was an equal winner at the Crooked River one Loft race. Really nice cock. The hen that just flew out was a superstar racer. She's down there on the feeder, the blue. She won a Boston Concours at 300 miles. A lot of performance in here, a lot of crosses. Just great pigeons. Some of these bloodlines I've had, for 30, 40, even 50 years. Frank McLaughlin, McLaughlin Lofts. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video.